How have you been though, Ash? You all right?
I've been all right, thanks. Everything all right your end?
Yeah, living the dream. Living that dream. I watched Arsenal last night. Did you see the Arsenal match last night?
Um. Oh no. I know they played Benfica, but I didn't see it.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
My mate said that he was having heart attacks about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't. It's like going to war watching them. I swear to God. It's like you're fucking adrenaline through the roof. It's a horrible experience. But we made it through in the end anyway, so it could have been worse.
Oh, that's a shame.
To be fair, a little part of me likes it when they lose because it's more enjoyable after. I get to go on AFTV and just enjoy it because the team's shit, so you might as well fucking.
Yeah.
What's the point of going through to lose anyway? You might as well just lose early and get a little bit of entertainment out of it. This is definitely 100%. Anthony Joshua put out on Instagram, I think it was, saying that he got good news from 128 Management, whatever his management company's called.
Yeah.
Things are looking good, and that we'll hear from him soon. So that gives you an idea that the fight's going to be made, and we're going to see it in June. So that was a good sign. And then you hear there's definitely Tyson Fury saying he wants a warm-up fight. So it's like it's getting weird now.
Yeah, it is a bit awkward. Well, considering in a way he hasn't fought in just over a year now, innit? So then by the time it would be like, did you say like June time? July time, something like that?
June. So that fight they're talking about June anyway. It's a precautionary date.
Yeah, so then I've been well over a year out of the ring.
I think it would be like 18 months, that would be.
Yeah. It's a long time to be out.
Yeah, which is fair. To be fair, yeah. If Tyson Fury said flat out, I don't want to fight now, I'd rather have a warm-up and then get in there with AJ, I wouldn't be too upset. I'd be upset that didn't happen in June, but I'd just be like, well, fair dues. Do you know what I mean?
At least he came out and said it, and not like it's kind of like beating around the bush, saying like, it's not him want to fight me. If he's not going to fight me, I'll just fight someone else then. If he straight up said, I'll have a warm up, but then fight him, then people will understand.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough. I think it's just his fans to be pissed off because you see what they're like. They're so vicious, man. Every time you mention AJ, they're like, "What Tyson Fury's gonna fucking do, man?"
Exactly. Every single post about AJ, I always see somebody there.
Tyson Fury fans don't fuck about. So I think they'll be the ones that are upset and thinking, "Oh, fuck." But I think it's fair dues. I think him saying, I don't think he thinks they can't beat him. It's just going to be a case of he wants more time. When you think about it, AJ would have been out. When did he fight last? It wouldn't. So if it was June, it'd probably be about 6 months, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So AJ is going to be switched on. That's about the time you want to be back in the ring again. So for him, that's perfect time.
Yeah. But yeah, with Fury, it's well over a year, isn't it?
Oh, well over, man. And that could be the difference between him winning and losing. That's a close fight, in my opinion, though.
Yeah, I always say it's a really close fight. People always say like, "Oh yeah, it can go that way or this way." I generally see it can go either way. I'm not good. I can't like. I can't choose proper like a dead like put my mindset on something.
Like both of them have whatever they have it to such high degree that it can be the difference. Like Joshua's hugely powerful compared to Fury.
Yeah,
but Fury's hugely like deceptive and tricky and awkward compared to AJ. AJ is very conventional. So the things that they do have is so huge on either side that it could be a difference. And having a 12-month difference between being in the ring and to the other guy compared to the other guy, that could be the reason you lose that fight. So yeah. It's definitely close, man.
Especially because of Karen.
No, go on, mate.
I was just going to quickly say about with it seems like AJ's always still training. Like recently with all the pictures and that, it looks like he's definitely training for Fury because I saw a picture of him with there's a lot of sparring partners, but I'm not sure. They were freaking huge. Yeah. They were like taller than Fury. I'm like, I could clearly see you're definitely training for Fury.
I think, you know what I think maybe where AJ's been underestimated is his desire to actually fight these guys.
Yeah.
See, this whole Wilder thing, it's evident now that Wilder's team were the ones that didn't want to fight. Or maybe, it's not, I can't say 100%, but from what you've seen by Wilder dry snitching on himself, it seems that, you know, Wilder's team were the ones that decided not to go into that fight and opted in for Fury. So I don't think AJ's been underestimated for his desire to actually fight these guys and how serious he takes these fights. And maybe that's thrown Fury off a little bit, thinking, well, fuck me, this guy's been training this whole time, preparing for me.
Yeah.
And I ain't fought in a year. So I can imagine why that's put maybe a little stick in his cogs and made him think a little bit more about getting in there straight away.
Yeah, yeah. Because it was like that video of Fury on the beach not that long ago. He looked like he put a little bit of weight on. You could see like the difference between like the AJ side of it, where he's always in shape, and then like, because if Fury like came in started now training, he would already be behind with AJ with his training. Do you know what I mean? But then if he had a fight beforehand and then went on to AJ, he'd have had that training camp and then the AJ training camp to stay in shape. Yeah.
I think, see, if he lost to AJ and they said, listen, I was in terrible shape, I really didn't have the time to prepare for this fight. Not the time, but he wouldn't have fought for a year. It's not great, is it? So I'll probably give him that and be like, all right, well, you know, the rematch, hopefully you can make it right. But I think with Anthony Joshua is criminally underestimated. And I don't want to say, and I don't think Tyson Fury is criminally overrated, but when you compare the two, I think people dumb down AJ way too much.
Yeah.
I think it's so close and it's nip and tuck, and 12 months out of the ring is huge. It's absolutely insane.
I think it's down to the fact with the first Ruiz fight. I think they've seen that and they're like, oh yeah, like these like because it's like the Mayweather thing, like because of Mayweather obviously didn't lose. People always think, oh yes, because he didn't lose, because if Fury's the one who hasn't lost yet, surely he must be way better, isn't it? But then AJ's had 2 fights since then. Just look at present, innit?
I think
the present fights.
I think boxing fans in general are really, you know, it's funny. You can never be on both sides.
Yeah.
With them two, it's in the heavyweight division. Full stop. You know, the guys at the top. You're either on this team or you're on that team. You can't be in between. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So with AJ and Fury, because Ruiz knocked him out, it makes me laugh. But when Ruiz knocked out AJ, Tyson Fury fans were elated. They were so happy about it. And but AJ, at the end of the day, it's one blip and he fixed it. So and Ruiz is fucking good.
Yeah, yeah.
Ruiz is a solid guy.
Oh, sorry, one sec.
That's right, mate.
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right. You everything all right?
Oh, yeah, just a cup of tea.
Oh. What was we saying? Yeah, Ruiz is good. Have you heard? I just read this thing literally before we got on here about Eddie Hearn saying that Ruiz knocks out Wilder or beats him, and it basically easily if them two face off. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't say easily. I'd say, I don't know. Just have to see how Wilder is after his loss, because I feel like there's a lot of confidence that's probably gone with him. But I wouldn't say easily. I don't think that's a right word for it.
I think Eddie Hearn's
yeah.
Eddie Hearn's he's just having a dig. There's no Wilder for me, yeah. If them two fought, I think Wilder deals with him in good fashion, you know, just purely because Ruiz don't move his head, man. He's so stationary. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah. He's quite slow on his feet as well. He might have he's got really good fast hands, yeah. But then like
he's got on him as well. Fucking hell, that guy can take his shot.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so but he's way too he just stands there a lot of the time.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the things I think about with him as well, of losing all this weight, I don't think it might not be necessarily a good thing for his chin, you know. And that's one of his his main components that makes him so special, is he's able to take a really good shot and and get the inside and really hurt you. So when you lose weight like that, that can generally affect your punch. Oh, there's a word I'm looking for. Just what kind of punch can you take? You know, can you take a punch, take away that?
With George Foreman, innit? I know George Foreman could take a punch when he was younger, but when he had that weight on him, when he got was it in his 40s, he was taking punches. He literally just eating them. He was just walking down somebody. It was ridiculous.
I know. They're like little shock absorbers. That belly was a shock absorber. So with that gone, I don't know how he's gonna take these shots.
I'd actually like to see what he's going to end up looking like. Imagine he like comes out ripped.
He starts looking like Mr. Muscle fucking. The thing about Ruiz, yeah, is I think he might be blagging it a little bit. I'm not even joking. Because I just seen a picture of him today. Have you seen this new picture where he's holding the phone from up here and he's like this?
I don't think so.
That's a fat girl angle. That's what fat girls do. They hold their phone like this. So it cuts out.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send it to you later. But when the fact that he's taking pictures like this still concerns me, or maybe it's just a habit that he's still in when he takes pictures. But that angle is a known angle to hide a bit. You know, if you're a bit overweight or whatever, he's trying to hide that or keep that out of the picture. You hold it from up here. So I don't know about Ruiz, man. I think he's really good, and I want him to. He's one of them guys. I just want to see him do well, man. For some weird reason, I want to see Ruiz do well, but I'm not sold on the fact that he's super disciplined now and he's really in shape. I don't know yet. I'll have to see it.
Yeah. You've got to see. Well, I just want to see him fight. It's going to be a while, isn't it? It's because almost 2 years ago. No, not 2 years. Sorry, I was thinking of the first AJ fight. It's like end of 2019.
No. It's over a year, no? I'm sure it's over. Fuck no.
Yeah. It's over a year. Oh no, I've got. Sorry, I just confused myself. Yeah, it's been well over a year, innit?
The thing is, I remember looking into this the other day, but it's definitely over a year for sure. He's been so inactive. It's unbelievable. Did you know Wilder's ranked number 1 by the WBC at the moment?
Is he?
Yeah. I don't know how they swindled that one.
They just want him to get a shot again.
I don't know, but I don't know how these guys. When you think about it, he's ranked number 1, and Dillian White is ranked number 6.
Where's Povetkin?
Povetkin's he's interim champion at the moment, so he's a champion. He's classed as a champion.
Okay.
So Tyson Fury and Povetkin are classed as champions, and Wilder's number 1. How the fuck is how
do you work that one out?
I have no idea. I don't know what. It's so entrenched in politics. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
How the hell is he number 1?
It's like Vertex Boxing. I think I said it right, didn't I?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, so it must be
right. He said to me about with the WBO, was it the middleweight? That Andrade is going to be fighting at. Is it Liam Williams? I think maybe.
Yeah. How they swindled that as well. I don't know.
He's number 2. I was like, they're just completely skipping number 1 then.
Yeah, you know what? I like Liam Williams, and he's from the UK, so you want him to do well, and you want him to have the opportunity. But we all know that there should be better matchups than that. And with Andrade, he never fought. He has not yet fought an elite guy. You know what I mean? Like a champion.
He said about Canelo, his opponents. Didn't he knock his opponents? Pretty sure that Andrade said something about Canelo's opponents or something like that. I was like, probably one of the worst fighters to freaking knock, innit?
He can't. Not much people can talk about Canelo, to be honest, at the moment. He's doing so well. He's on a real roll. Canelo is on absolute fire. See, the only thing, I pride myself on not being like a fanboy of anybody. I'm very, 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 very fair. I have no horse race at all. But Canelo, he's so good that I can't watch him, and to be fair, it's just hard. Because he looks so good at what he does. He sells his punches, everything, that you just watch him in awe. He's so, so good. I fanboy over Canelo inadvertently. I can't help it. He is so good. So
it just draws you in.
Yeah, man. So even just the way he does stuff, man, he's fucking excellent. That guy is so talented. It's unbelievable.
It is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's unbelievably good. So Andre, talking about him, I'd like to see Andre in there with him. That'll be insightful anyway.
Yeah.
I think Andre might be slightly overrated. I don't really rate him that much.
I haven't actually seen that much of him, to be honest.
No, I don't.
I think you just need to see him in there with at least a name somebody would know.
Yeah, no, I don't rate him at all. Well, you know what? Liam Williams might actually beat him, to be fair.
I would actually watch that fight.
Yeah, I would as well. You know what? Liam Williams got heart, man. And then you can't beat that.
Yeah.
See, someone's just resilient. Look at David Advanesian and Josh Kelly last weekend.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I couldn't close my mouth. I only just closed my mouth yesterday. I was in shock so much. Absolute madness that was. Did you expect that? It wasn't a shock. Don't get me wrong. David Advanesian's got the goods. But I don't know. It's just the way he did it. It was impressive.
It's the way he won. I'm like, oh my! I didn't expect it the way he won. Like I did see Kelly slow down a bit with all the body shots and all that, and I was like, when it stopped, I'm like, oh, okay.
It was the first. Was it the first or second? First or second round? Kelly hit him with a good left hook. I think. Yeah. And it stunned him a little. His legs stiffened up a little bit, but the fact that he recovered from that so quick and he came straight forward again, already I was like, oh no, Josh Kelly's in for a real long night.
Yeah.
Because Josh Kelly, everyone talks about his engine, innit? Everyone, remember with Ray Robinson, there was signs of that then.
Yeah.
Slowing down, going through the round. So when he took that shot and he kept coming, that guy was relentless, man. Absolute animal.
Wonder what Kelly was thinking then. It was probably like,
he was thinking, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I bet you were my best shot, man.
He's like, next time can I have a gun? Because this ain't gonna work.
you just see the trainer just put a sledgehammer in his glove. He still walks forward.
They've got bows and arrows outside the ring. But they got I think David Advanesian, he deserves it though, man. He deserves some recognition because he's one of them guys. The thing about boxing at the moment is, if you ain't a big name or if you ain't got a lot of followers on Instagram, you could be a good fighter. It doesn't fucking matter, apparently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think David Advanesian, it was too soon for Josh Kelly. And I think Josh Kelly is unbelievable to watch. He's so good. He's so talented. He has reflexes. You know, when you watch super talented guys, I'm not comparing him to Roy Jones Jr., but you know, when you watch Roy Jones Jr., you're like, this guy is just athletically different to everybody else.
Yeah.
The things that Roy Jones Jr. could do, even if you trained, you know, you could be the best technical fighter in the world. You just don't have the ability to do what them guys do. Josh Kelly has that athletic gift.
Yeah.
So it would just be nice to see him come back and just keep working on his craft and be able to maybe do things in the ring that most people can't do. So I think Josh Kelly's awesome. I like seeing him back, but David Advanesian, he deserves his fucking credit, and I hope he gets it.
Yeah, he totally deserves all the credit, and it is just it's because of it is down to like social media, like you said, with like people that a lot of fans may not know, just because of a lot of social media, like with the followers and stuff, takes a big part of getting recognition in it. You may not even be the best fighter, but if you're well known, you might get views or something.
It's like
YouTube boxing.
Jake Paul's probably the second best fighter out there, but you know, pound for pound. But it's because he's following, he's getting aspirin. But you know what I mean? What I'm saying, Jake Paul, the thing with Jake Paul is, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this without it being confused. You see, if he just turn up to a gym, because he ain't boxing, he doesn't deserve to be in there with professionals that are, you know, they've got to that prestige of being able to earn their stripes. Does that make sense? When people just walked into the gym, he's a talented kid. He's athletic, put it that way. And he does all right, man. When I watch him, I'm like, oh, he's got potential there to maybe fight, you know, a journeyman or something like that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, with him, he's fighting. He's talking about Floyd Mayweather. Did you see Floyd Mayweather bring him up, put him in the post or something? Said he'll fight him next.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. This guy's out training for years, since they were 5 years old. They would kill somebody for that opportunity.
Yeah.
And they actually can fight. And they've earned their stripes. And not even if Jake Paul earned his stripes, he's not good enough. So what I'm saying is, these guys are actually at that level or near that level, and they've earned their stripes and they've gone through the war. They got their war wounds to prove it. And they're not getting the opportunity. That's fucking madness. So it's all about money, man, at the end of the day.
Money talks.
Yes, that's all it's about. It's like the belts. Remember we done that fight fan topic? Did you see that one on the belts?
Yeah.
Boxing. Did you know that? Did you see when I said there's 6,000 belts?
Yeah, I did not realise.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I checked it twice. Because I was just doing some research looking into just different belts that are really unknown. but because there's loads of sanctioning bodies out there. There's loads. But I just want to know how many there were. And when I seen 6,000, I had to look twice, like somewhere else. I thought that they were having me on or something. I thought, no, there's no way there's 6,000. It just sounds like mad. There's 6,000 champions out there. And that's just one weight class. That's madness.
Oh, that's just one weight class?
Yeah. So there's 6,000 different organization bodies.
Oh,
so, yeah.
I think I misheard it. I thought it meant in like total with everything. Oh, it's 6,000 per weight class.
Yeah, per weight class.
Oh.
So I'm not going to try to do the maths, but that's a lot of champions we got at the moment.
Yeah.
It's absolute madness. And it's all about money. It's just everyone trying to get their little fingers in, grab a little piece. I don't blame them, but it should be like a FIFA or an NBA or whatever you call it. Just like a governing body, a real governing body. That's like the head honcho, like Dana White does with the UFC.
Yeah, to overlook everything.
I think Matchroom's got that. I've heard Eddie Hearn say in the interview, I can't remember where it was, but he was saying with the pandemic, when it was the early days, he was saying there might be an opportunity to really push and become the main face of boxing. I think DAZN might have that in their strategy, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if DAZN's trying to be the main people of all the fighters, because they've opted in for the main guys and they've got the pot to pay. They get the main guys and they create their own belt and just say, listen, this is the only belt that matters. That's what the UFC's really done.
Yeah. And
people say, oh, you know what? Fuck it. That is the main belt. No one cares about the others. If the WBA or the WBC are going to sanction a fight somewhere and have a champion. Did you see? WBA is the worst for that, but you can get some terrible fights. If they're having genuinely good matchups, everything's clear, and they say this is the DAZN world title. In the end, you know, after a long time of drumming it into people's heads, this is the only title that matters. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. It could work out, innit?
Yeah, it could work. I just think too many people are making too much money, so it's just going to upset too many people, and I think it will just always be too difficult. I can imagine you was earning millions a year from the WBA, and you got a good relationship with them. If someone manages to do that, what I was talking about with DAZN, you're not going to be fucking happy about it, are you? You're going to do everything you possibly can to get in the way of that. So, and I think there's hundreds of those people. So it's going to be a real problem. You're going to have to overcome a lot to make that happen. I don't think it'll happen in our lifetime.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Unless I live forever.
Probably be $12,000. We should create a belt. What should we call our belt?
Well, they've already got a YouTube one.
Yeah, YouTube. Oh, yeah, true. I'll get pictures of KSI and Jake Paul on each side. I have like Muhammad Ali and all of these great fighters on the side of WBC. I'll just have like YouTubers.
I'll just have a huge picture of me in the middle as a golden me in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
I'm the main attraction there.
I'll put a mirror on there, just a mirror.
Just staring at it,
yeah. But what else is going on in boxing? What fights we got this weekend? Yildirim and Canelo.
Yep. It's a tough fight for Canelo. I think he loses it. First try and stop it. No, I think it's probably like a easy fight for Canelo, I reckon.
It'll be. I don't know what Yildirim. Nah, yeah, it's an easy fight for Canelo. It will be. Yildirim is to be honest with you, I haven't watched many of Yildirim's fights. I haven't. I watched his fight against Chris Eubank.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I watched.
Yeah, I watched the Darrell fight as well. The Darrell fight was all right, but Chris Eubank ate my life.
Yeah, that was it like a fast combination, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think I remember it. It was ridiculous.
I remember it was an emphatic knockout.
Yeah,
and for Chris Eubank to do that to you, the Chris Eubank's got attributes, good attributes, but he's not Canelo. He's not on the level of Canelo.
Yeah.
So if Chris Eubank can do that to you, well, fuck it now. Canelo, you're in for a long night with Canelo.
Was it at the time? Eubank didn't have a trainer, did he? Because I think at a point, was there a point where he didn't have a trainer? He was just. I was confused with what he was doing. I think.
No, he had a trainer. I can't remember his name. The guy that trained Chris Eubank. He's a really good trainer. His name's left me now. Do you remember his name?
I can't remember, to be honest.
But yeah, Chris Eubank Senior, his trainer, trained Chris Eubank Junior. And I know there was a bit of like, everyone used to complain about the disrespect to the trainer. They didn't really take him, I don't know, just didn't give him that prestige that he deserves, or that hierarchy. You know, you got the trainer and you got the fighter. It didn't seem like that with Chris Eubank Jr. He looked like he called all the shots. So I think that's maybe where that comes from. But I can't remember him having no trainer at all. I can't remember. So he trained himself. There is a fight that done that actually recently. Maybe it was Chris Eubank Jr.
I don't know what's happened to us.
I do remember. Have you got a laptop? Can you like get to Google anything?
Yeah. I'm just having a look right now.
I'm sure it was Chris Eubank Jr. There was a fight. There's strange and wonderful things that are going on, like and it's just different way people train, isn't it? Like some people don't like to hit pads, or they don't like to spar, or whatever it is. So everyone has their things that they don't do. But I'm sure there is a fighter out there that didn't have a trainer. Maybe it was Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. Did he beat James DeGale? He did beat James DeGale. That was actually for him as well. That George Groves fight was a good fight for Chris Eubank Jr. I actually like Chris Eubank's fights. Not once have I seen Chris Eubank in a boring fight.
He's got a really good engine on him, hasn't he?
Oh, I think he has one of the best engines out there.
It's ridiculous. I think he's one of the ones who never stops training either.
Yeah, his engine's unbelievable. Chris Eubank Jr. deserves, a credit. I think you get that curse of having the dad in it. Chris Eubank Sr. he's a legend, basically, especially in the UK. So him being your dad, you got a lot to live up to. So you're already downgraded, whatever you do, unless you do something unbelievable. And Chris Eubank Jr., I don't think he hasn't been able to do that yet. Where do you rank him against amongst the other middleweights at the moment?
I think Charlo's probably above him.
Charlo wants Canelo as well.
Oh yeah, everyone wants a piece of Canelo, don't they?
I think Charlo, it'd be nice to see him against like Plant or Benavidez even. One of them guys.
Yeah.
But you don't really see him calling out them guys. Everyone does that though, man. Everyone's calling for Canelo. I'm sure if I get the guy, walk up to a guy in the street, he'll fancy Canelo. The amount of money you get